on that door there, but there are a lot
of CP squared has 51 finest degrees of freedom, making
on the way home. I got hungry and I ate it.
We're Americans, and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and this waitress comes up.
Robot, but it is controlled by living brains, much like those inside your head. Researchers.
This moth isn't just swinging around, it's been bred.
Grow collections around 3,000 brain cells in the lab. The cells grow collections to each other and start communicating
using electrodes implanted into its muscles.
Some are hard to find out predictably. Signals from robots ultrasound distance sensor.
Here, signals are sent to its left flight muscle to make it lift that wing.
The output of these cells can be used to control
different signals can be sent for it to lower its wing, to lift both wings at once, or to make them flat.
They each have a motor in them, and it actually drives forward when I walk. It actually powers that knee through the step.
Powered through Bluetooth technology.
Increasing the frequency of the pulse makes the wings beat faster. If a signal is sent only to one side while the moth is flying, it will veer in that direction. Implanted electrodes into the brains of tree beetles,
and they
close to
talk to
neurons
each other and try to
flight.
mimic the stride length.
A computer
that the
program
other
in the
one's doing. If I
device
speed
controls
up,
the
the other one
beetle,
can realize
and
it's
here
doing it,
it
and
beats
it'll
its
speed up
wings
as well.
and takes off when a negative voltage is sent to its brain. Researchers are putting moths in control and using them as a pair of eyes. They've found out how to intercept signals from their visual system and how to use them to make a robot move. Here, a graduate student demonstrates how the robot can be steered. Combining living and machine components could eventually make robotic systems more effective.
Legs when an IED hit his convoy in Fallujah, Iraq in 2006.
The IED went off directly underneath me and took off basically everything that was hanging over the ledge of the seat, my legs. And then it killed my sergeant in front of me and my good friend next to me. My gunner lost his right leg. I shattered my hip. I have 32 pins in my hip. I broke my pelvis, so I have a 6-inch screw holding that together. I lost both legs above the knee. I broke 4 fingers, broke my jaw, broke my nose, lacerated kidney. So I recovered well, I think, and great care here and done well.
Today, I use the Bluetooth prosthetics.
It's a lot of hip control. In my other legs, I usually have to use all my thigh to power through things, but since these are moving on their own, then I actually just kind of have to lift and shift my weight a little bit.
He says they're a bit heavier than the other 2 microchip prosthetics he's worn, but they require much less effort to operate.
If they're not programmed right, they kind of do their own thing sometimes, and they'll kick for no reason. Like you'll just be standing there and be like, and just kick off to the side.
Able to master the stairs just yet.
Sometimes when you go near a computer or something, you'll hear the computer start prison, so it does do that a lot. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, and I have to turn my legs off.
In communicating robot wirelessly, the team plans to use the robot brain power on new pattern behavior in the future. They hope there are enough similarities to teach about known aspects of our own brain.
I am a time traveler from the year 4020. I stole a time machine from the government. And I have traveled from the beginning of time to the end of time. And that's where I have picked up all of the instruments that I use during my show. I put my hands in animal traps. I hang weights for my piercings. I swallow a large sword. I love meeting all the people, being in front of crowds, and being able to travel. I have been doing this for about 15 years, performing sideshow on stage. How many shows I do a year? Almost one a weekend. So almost every weekend I have a show that I do. It's a little freaky for people, especially when we do events all ages. So doing all ages shows freaks some of the kids out, but most people are very receptive. The thing that would entice people to come see my show is if you've never seen a sword swallower before, you get to see one. And also at the end of my show, I let people staple money directly to my body. So if you want to be interactive and participate, you can do that as well.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. You're stupid. All right, folks, here we go with another stream. And today we're going over Project 2025's leaked videos that ProPublico has gathered for us. So we're going to be going through some insanity today, like how much they want to take away our rights and replace the government and all this other weird shite. So let's get into it by bringing in our co-host, and that is our...
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yes.
Howdy. Yeah, pretty good. And like, I actually just grown my Pokemon Go friends by like 3 times. I had to. Now I've got like 6.
Nice. I think it's 12 or something. I don't know. If not more. I don't remember. But yes. If you play Pokemon Go and you're in the Distant Accords, there are links to add peoples and stuffs and things. And go ahead and add your code and or QR code. And we'll add you, and then we can share things around the world. All right, so let's bring in our next guest, and that, of course, is our... Doggo. How are you doing, Doggo?
I'm doing good, mate. How are you? Can you hear me? I'm in my car. I'm driving home at the moment.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sadly we can hear you.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I should be. I'm about 20 minutes away from getting my getting on the PC, but I'm listening.
Okay, well, drive safe and have us in the background, and we'll see you in a minute, or just be here. But pay attention to the road. Everybody,
yeah.
Say hello to the side of my chats right quick. And there's the Demon Orb.
Hey, Dobby.
Ooh, Orby.
We have the Alleman.
Hello.
Hi, Alleman.
We have the Pets Dragon.
Weird tank girl.
Yes.
Hi,
And
Tap Girl.
they're building Legos right now. So we totally understand. That. I get that. I get that. Let's see who else is here. We have
Sometimes-
Glover with the moms.
The Globers of the moms.
We have Amari.
Amari.
Hello, Amari.
Stop the stupidity.
Hey, stop the stupidity.
We have a desk.
A lot of it'll stop
Captain
November.
Desk.
Okay, well, here we go. Go ahead, Brainless.
And we have a Skitsy. And he's been an awesome little fucker.
Yes, he
because they dropped some membership. But it's
So we
not
have-
showing who's gotten the memberships.
That's weird. So we have multiple videos to show. So the first one is... And then for all the new members... Yes.
Ah.
Welcome, new member.
And the crashing cat. Where's the crashing cat?
Okay.
You only did the animation, the Tom and Jerry.
Oh.
There we blow.
I don't see it. I can't hear any of this on my phone.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Hello, Mango.
No. Hi, Mango.
Hey, Mango. I hope you're doing okay. Ooh, yes, now we can see it. Now we can see who got.
So, would you read those out?
Yeah, I'm letting it load for a second because if I start reading it and it keeps moving, then that's gonna be annoying.
It's fine. Whenever it becomes.
We
clear
got
to
a
you,
Maya. We got a Hoofs.
Nice.
Janet Oleson, Irish Dublin, Spherical Man, Skydiver Tanner. I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah.
I'm glad Who's got a
Theo.
membership. I like Who's.
Okay.
Peter Collins, Acid Tag, and the Plot Hole.
Awesome. So if you are a new member and you're in the segment chats right now, put in the emojis. And Schism Crusher, do you want to show them how to do that? Or anybody, everybody put all the emojis. If you're a member, put in the emojis. And I'm glad that you're back with coffee because you're going to need something after we go over the idiocracy. Luckily, I have palate cleanser-esque things first, but then when we go into the idiocracy of the stuff and things, it's not going to be so much fun. We're going to be cry laughing. We're going to laugh. Because it's so horrible, but it's scary if it becomes a thing.
It's just curious. Am I the only person here that does not like coffee?
Probably. But you're a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo. Oh, I need to clip that from
well, after November you'll be a weirdo. Well, back to a weirdo.
Yes.
At the moment, you're just a fuck brain nincompoop.
There we go. Sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah. West Side.
West Side.
Hey, West Side.
We've got a West Side.
So let's begin the insanity because I feel like we have pretty much everybody in here. Once again, if you are a member, go ahead and use all the emojis throughout the stream. So we're going to start with this. And this is, remember, well, I don't know. I think we've talked about this. Trump said that he knows nothing about Project 2025, but there's this.
Oh, we know that's it. We know that's a fucking lie.
Much.
Yeah, he lies at everything.
Come on. Like, you and me know about Project 2025. So how can an American not know about Project 2025?
especially the presidential running
Because it's
person.
Trump. Maybe he didn't have his teeth in that day. Did you hear his interview with Elon Musk? Everyone's saying he sounded like Daffy Duck. He was like, all he sounded like my granddad when he talked without his teeth.
Sure. I think he was
and you know
just
what I
delirious.
find funny, like last election, what was the big thing that they said why you shouldn't vote for Biden? Because he was too old, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that
this
was
time
the
around, Trump is 1 year older than Biden was for the last election.
That's why Biden bowed out and Kamala Harris joined. But let's crack on.
So it's obviously he was doing it without his teeth.
Because you understand that.
I don't know about that, but he definitely was fucking either high as
Yeah,
fuck, which I don't think he does drugs, those drugs, or he was just delirious because it took him 40 minutes for them to hook up. It took 40 minutes for them to start the stream because Elon Musk is having so much problems with his motherfucking social network that he runs.
Our glorious heritage is the foundation of everything we hope to achieve. Which is why we need the help of the Heritage Foundation and everyone here tonight to get our tax cuts through the House.
Saying quiet parts out loud. Don't let them try to disavow.
And we're going to be watching videos of them claiming all of these things, which is fucking insane. Bro.
They say they want a bloodless coup, but only if you stay subdued.
Okay, that's pretty much all that we can play of that, because I don't care about being demonetized. I just hate when they make it so that we're blocked from being seen in different countries, which is some weird thing that's happening. It's not that we get copyright claimed, or it's not that they say it's oh, you can't be seen in Malaysia or weird places, which I don't care. But when they totally block us from being viewed, then
yeah, those countries often include Germany, if I'm not mistaken, because they're quite strict with copyright.
Yeah, and it just matters on what I don't know. I get weird fucking places where we get blocked all the time.
It is true, though. I mean, Trump has always just said the quiet thing out loud all his life. You know, when you've ever been in a situation where someone's fucking talking and you're just saying to yourself in your head, "Oh, shut the fuck up, you boring cunt," and all that stuff. Well, that's him. He just says it. He doesn't think it. He just says it. He's a tit.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what the 2-hour interview with Elon Musk and Trump was. It's just two.
Oh, that was a fucking waste of time. That
douche nozzles. Fucking. That's why we're not going over. I don't even care. We don't even need to go over it because there was so lack of any substance in it, other than Elon Musk jerking off Trump's micro penis the whole motherfucking time. But anyways, let's crack on.
He's not even going to play that little part where there's a load of S's in the sentence, like 66.
Well, maybe
I shouldn't knock him.
MAGA lunatics. Maybe
I shouldn't knock him. He had his teeth out, obviously, because he's 80 almost. Of course, he's got false teeth.
Yeah,
but my God, you don't do an interview without him. You think you'll get away with it?
So let's go through this again because we have to before we get into. And part of the jokes in this is from Project 2025.
2025.
Us MAGA Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start.
That's just the start. If Trump gets elected, we want the government involved in all aspects of your sex life.
Way more involved.
Way more involved.
When you have sexual intercourse, it should be illegal to use contraception. No pills, no condoms.
Your genitals are reserved for procreation.
If you freeze 12 eggs, you should be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer. And I'm definitely not a serial killer.
Yeah, he's totally not one. No, he's definitely not one.
Are you?
My son.
No, I'm not one, but I don't look like you, homie. And I know I look weird as fuck. And I know a lot of people would assume I'm a serial killer, but I do not look like you, homie.
Monitors my porn usage to make sure I'm not self-pleasuring.
Just like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. That's true. You can look it up.
That's true. Look it up. And if you don't believe us, scan the.
I love that they added that.
Yeah, that's so great.
It's true. You can look it up.
This is by
normal. Yeah.
this is by far the best video you ever found, Slim. This
I know. I love it so
absolutely
much. That's
awesome.
why we play it. Yeah, I know. That's why we play it constantly, because like this is the greatest thing that could have ever been made, because it calls them out so fucking hardcore, and they're like, no, we're not weird. You're the weird one. No, you all are the weird ones trying to oppress people and try to take away their rights and control every aspect of other people's lives. It's like, no, the American dream is, and other free countries, almost the same thing is. I do me, you do you, kind of thing, right? I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. Hey, Aaron, and here that's what the American dream is supposed to be, is that, and like that's not what the Heritage Foundation with their project. And I was hearing Hassan earlier today saying that this isn't the first time they've tried to do this. They've been doing it for years now. Just they change it to the next year every single fucking time. And anyways, let's crack on.
It's normal for your son to do that.
You should have a family member monitor your porn use too.
Because pleasuring yourself is very, very naughty.
I'm voting in November.
I'm voting in November. We're all voting in November. Are you?
Because what happens in your bedroom is up to me.
Is up to me and my son.
And remember what's next. Remember what's next.
Also, mouth stuff
Underage
is a sin.
No, it was the mouth stuff's the sin.
Just a slap they did.
Okay. So here we blow. I'm sorry that we have to delve into the insanity of this, but there's no way that we can't not go over this, especially since they found these leaked secret training videos that they're exposing all of these videos to the people that are being involved in it, and they're training people to take over government positions whenever the next Republican gets in, and they're hoping it's Trump, because they want to. Anyways, here we go. So here is a small cut up of it. We'll go to some more. We'll have somebody who explains it a little bit, and then if we have enough time, or if it hasn't been hours, we'll go over the actual meat and potatoes of the videos and actually watch the whole video. And Jesus Christ, it's a lot of dumb. So let's go on.
If the next Republican president does not execute a dramatic course correction, there may never be another chance. So if you're not on board with helping implement a dramatic course correction because you're afraid it'll damage your future employment prospects, it'll harm you so.
Why is your tie so long, sir? What the fuck? Your tie should not go into your crotch. Like, you knew you were sitting down for this goddamn fucking video.
It's to hide his boner. Oh,
or I thought it was to compensate for his micro penis. My tie's bigger than yours.
Oh, that probably as well.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, just give me I'm going to disappear for a couple of minutes while I get in the house and on the PC, yeah? So,
yes.
Crack on.
Yep. And he's definitely wearing the Trump outfit. That color blue suit with that red tie, even though they wear them with different colors, but it is a red tie, white shirt, button-down shirt with that blue, and your fucking collar's showing. So he's wearing the Trump fucking suit.
Socially, look, I get it. That's a real danger. It's a real thing. But please do us all a favor and sit this one out.
So ProPublica and documents they obtained more than 14 hours of videos from Project 2025's Presidential Administration Academy. So it's where they train these right-wing fascists how to speak the lingo. It's like media training, basically what this is. The private videos are a part of an effort to recruit and train future conservative political appointees. So this is the people that are supposed to go in and be replace the Democrats in the blah by these weird psychopaths.
According to our intelligence community, the number one.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
And Mama has it completely right. He was driving. Yes, I know. Bad dog. Anyways, yes, overcompensation for sure, or overcompensating. Totally. That's exactly. And dude, just look at this crazy bitch. And my pause game's already on tonight. Look at how fucking. I'm not gonna be nice with these people because they're fucking twats. She looks like a fucking Neanderthal, and like, how pissed are you, lady? Just chill. It's not that serious. Okay, so let's get into her saying that.
According to our intelligence community, the number one threat facing our country.
And she does this like weird, like smirky, like shit, like a fucking Karen does.
Today is, drumroll, climate change. Not Russia, not China, not AI, climate change. This shows how the federal government is all in on this issue. And climate change activists wield a lot of power.
No, they don't, for one. No, and we're trying to make it so the world keeps existing for multiple generations after us, and or it's comfortable for us to live. Fuck you, bitch.
This is an issue to pay attention to.
They don't care about if our kids have a world to live in.
Which is hilarious because they
really just don't care.
Yeah, and they have all the kids. They're like, if you don't have 12 kids, then what the fuck are you doing? You should only have sex to procreate. And then once they have them, they're like, hey, sister, wife, go take care of the rest of the kids, you know? Like, okay, have the oldest kid take care of all the other kids. Like, goddamn. Hey, Demon.
Yeah. Hey, Demon?
Yeah, it's always exactly Mango. It's always that serious. Gosh. Yes. Look at her fucking face, dude. She is so mad at existing in this world with people like us. Literally, she is so fucking pissed that there are people that have pronouns that are other than he and she.
As it has infiltrated every part of the federal government.
Every part, like just like OSHA. Oh my god, like they want to they want to
we sat together.
Yeah. They want to regulate like how you don't die from cancer by getting lead poisoning or asbestos poisoning. Oh my god, they're infiltrating the government to make it safe for people to like not die. How dare them help people to not kill themselves on accident?
Oh.
And or
wow,
that people on
is
purpose,
weird.
You know, right?
That's weird. The sky is falling? Yeah, pro-life until birth. Nah, but like, as I've pointed out before, the reason why they want people to give birth is like when their kids go to school, they need something to shoot at.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, totally.
Sorry.
All their kids.
Sorry, but like,
all their kids go to private schools though and are homeschooled. So it's not their kids. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm just being a weirdo.
I think her hair is a wig. I don't think that's her real hair. I feel like that's a wig for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what I feel like.
Now, when I think of climate change, I immediately think of population control, don't you?
Why do you think of population control, you twat? What does that have? I never understood this bullshit. And look at that. Look at her fucking face, dude. My pause game is on for today for sure. just because people decide that you fucking cunt whistles decide that you don't want to fucking pay attention to the way that the earth is going and trying to solve that problem, doesn't mean that we are that because of climate change we're anti having kids. We're into changing that so that we can have kids, you cunt. Not that we don't want people don't want kids. We want to fix the problem so that people can keep propagating on the earth and have generations and generations. You fucking asshole.
I think about the people who don't want you to have children because of
who doesn't want people to have children. What are you talking? I never understood this whole thing. Who is running around telling people to not have children executively? People are saying, you know, like we should like ebb and flow the populations, but nobody is saying outright nobody have kids. You know, like yes, there are some, I guess, extremist hippies or whatever, but there's no part of the left wing over here that is telling people to not have kids. Most of the people that are in Congress that are left have children or stepchildren or have adopted. You cunts.
Of the impact on the environment.
Donald Trump and his campaign aides have tried to distance themselves from this, but we already know. We already know that they all work together. JD Vance fucking wrote the insert or the whatever for fucking the head of the Heritage Foundation's book that's going to come out after.
Who's giving head?
Yes, and they're waiting till after the election to bring out his book, but part of it has been leaked, and we looked at it, and it's fucking insane, just like this shit.
Our country is going to hell. The critical job of institutions such as Heritage is to lay the groundwork.
How did you say that again?
What?
How did you fuck that shit up again?
The fuck did you just
lay the
say?
groundwork, and Heritage is such an incredible job at that. Encourage new thinking, embrace new directions, and keep Heritage at the vanguard of the conservative movement.
Man.
It's called denture grip, Donald.
It's called actually opening up your mouth and talking.
He is worse. He is worse than Biden was.
Well, Biden had a stutter, a lifelong stutter, and he was very coherent, the man. He still is.
Yeah, and,
what are you talking about? He's still your president.
And Mingo is right. And nobody's telling people they shouldn't have kids, but a lot of us are saying don't have them unless you're ready financially in other ways, and mentally. But none of us over here on the left, unless you're extreme crazy person, are telling people to not have children. We're just like, you know what? Think of fucking a lot more things than just yourself, because that's what the trailer park trash and other people do, is they have a gazillion and a half kids, especially the evangelicals, and they're like, I'm doing it for God. And you're like, what? No, God does not want you to do that, because the first one comes out pretty sane, and then the 12th, 14th one. Anyways,
I got made sure, you know, me and the wife's career was sorted first, and we got married and we bought a house and did all that before we even thought of having kids. And she got pregnant. It was fucking twins, so the financial bit went straight out the fucking window anyway.
Yeah,
little bastards fucking skint me. 2 of them at once.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So
kids
that's
are
the other thing
expensive,
too.
very expensive.
Yeah, and if the Republicans over in the Americas would not have pigeonholed it to where we need 2 parents to work in a household, because pay rates would have equaled
Everything.
blah blah blah, and then also like if they would not, the government wouldn't have let all these huge corporations buy up all the housing in large areas to sit on most of them and to only sell them to a couple people so they can jack up the prices, then we could have had opportunity to what? Jack off who?
Jack off prices?
Yes, totally. That's exactly
Prices? You were talking about jacking off prices?
That's exactly what they do to the housing market here. They jacked off the prices. Totally. That's exactly what I said. You had
Sorry. I know, I'm an asshole.
You had both at the same time. Damn, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's difficult because sometimes we do joke. Sometimes we do joke about having 3 contraceptives at once to make sure you don't have kids, but like it's usually if you have 2, you're okay. I got a vasectomy, so now there's no way I'm having kids anymore, or I never did, but I'm not going to have them. Anyways, let's crack on. But he blah blah blah. We have him talking about it multiple times.
The American people.
Oh my god, this is so scary. This shit is fucking scary. I don't know if he's a real priest, pastor, whatever. He's probably just an actor, but this shit is fucking scary what he said.
The American people who vote for a conservative presidential administration, they're not reading the New York Times. They're not reading the Washington Post. Actually, to the contrary, if those outlets publish something, they're going to assume it's false. So the only way to reach them...
That's only very, very recently, and I still don't believe that fact as well. I think a lot of people still read multiple publications other than the hardcore extremists.
With any voice of credibility is through working with conservative media outlets.
Do not let career bureaucrats hinder you from advancing the president's agenda. Keep in mind, you're coming into a place, Washington, D.C., that does not share your conservative values.
Yeah, because that's called modernism. We here trying to get out of the medieval and dark ages of ideals and thoughts of the Old Testament. Y'all are supposed to be reading the New Testament. And what does the New Testament say? Love thy neighbor, turn thy cheek, hang out with the prostitutes and the lepers, give all your money away.
Yeah.
Follow the way that God
turn that one singular cheek, right, Mango?
Yeah, just turn your one cheek, Mango. But once again, dude. Yeah, no, well, that is an anomaly usually, but what we've come to find out, or what in the research that I have done, is some people, they call it, I want to say hypersexual, but that, no, it's called hyper fertile. Hyper fertile is what they call it.
Fertile?
And some people's bodies will try very hard to get pregnant for nature. One of my exes, she supposedly was that way. She had 4 kids already, and then we had another one, and there's no way we were going to keep it because all 3 of us, her ex, her and I, Jesus Christ, and she had children with learning steps, let's put it, you know what I'm saying? So but we were using a condom, although we were coked up and drunk, but she still did. And when I looked into this and found out that seems to be a thing, I think that is what it was called. We'll look it up and we can do that on a dungeon stream, talk about that. And what was absolutely thin? The condom you were wearing, or never mind. So let's crack on with this.
But it's also like not all contraceptives work for everyone.
No, totally, and it matters like the pill. Yeah. It matters like on how on you are, but that, and then also like the brand of
but also like there is different version of it with different
There's the 3
active
months.
ingredients.
There's the blah.
Like,
There's the. No, I kind of figured that, and I think that's the right term. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I did read multiple studies that they found people that could have all these contraceptive prevention methods and they still somehow got pregnant. Like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. It seems to be a rare thing, but some people seem to have it. I don't think the people in the trailer park that have 12 kids with 5 daddies, that's the thing. I just think there's slots that didn't have any protection. But anyways, no, you spelled it right. That's the way it would be. No worries. Spelling doesn't count here. None of us are gonna say anything if anybody spells anything wrong, because we do that
because if spelling would count, like Slim and me would be fine.
Exactly. So, anyways, let's go ahead and
I believe most people here are dyslexic, so yeah.
And I have ADHD, so I accidentally get things backwards constantly. So, anyways, let's crack on with this. Your mother called herself Fertile Myrtle. Granted, she had my brother, sister, and I in the early mid 60s when birth control for women was not good. So yeah, totally.
The 60s are when the cigarette companies were advertising to pregnant women, cigarettes will make your baby healthy and strong and all that nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. Yeah. Hooked on Phonics did not work for me. Yeah, totally. No, totally. All right, let's crack on with more of this.
They're even hostile to it because you're here to do something that's not in their interest. They're not going to be your friend and they're not going to help you succeed. What are you doing? You're here to cut government. You're here to cut spending. You're here to cut regulations. You're here to stop the waste, fraud, and abuse that's going on. But a lot of careers have been made from that. Fiefdoms have been built around it.
No, the left doesn't build empires off of their stuff. It's the right that has done that. But anyways, so that is that part of it. Now let's go ahead and
well, there is an extremist left as well, Slim.
Yeah, of course. No, I know, and that's what I said earlier about the women that are so feminist they don't want people to have children or whatever. There totally is that freaking side of it, but the most of us are not running around telling people to not have children and or to not do these certain things, or the media isn't that fucking left wing. It's pretty centrist. It mainly what media is if it bleeds, it leads, and that's where they go. So, I mean, let's go ahead and listen to this gentleman help us understand. God damn it, I kind of don't want to have somebody else talk. I would rather kind of just go over it ourselves. Yeah, there's so many. Okay, let's do this, but I'm going to try to cut it out so that it only is going to be us seeing the clips that they did, and it's almost the same.
This is Democracy Now!
But let's get into that's that crazy bitch again. Let's see. Here is another clip of this crazy lady.
I expect that equity and all of the equity executive orders under Biden will be repealed early in the next administration. This is going to require a very detailed plan to execute the eradication of the dictates in the equity orders. For instance, there's a gender advisor position created by one of these executive orders. That position has to be eradicated, as well as all the task forces,
Right.
the removal of all the equity plans.
She's literally saying that they want to take away the equity planning for America.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, why would you want equity?
Why would you want your citizens to build wealth, generational wealth, to help themselves, to be able to get it, give their children something to...
So, say it with me, America. We're not going back to the fucking Middle Ages.
What? That's not the Middle
Yeah.
Ages. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, totally. This is completely insanely stupid for no freaking reason. And just look at this lady. And they hire, well, she is part of the projects, but they chose her to be, and look at her fucking face. Isn't my pause game on? They chose her to...
Looks like she's looks like she was she's probably copying the way Trump talks, but it looks like she's fucking chewing a bumblebee.
Dude, she looks like she's about ready to shit her fucking pants. All right, Commander. Yeah, whenever you can. We'll be here for a hot second for
Commander,
sure. So anyways.
Very detailed plan to execute the eradication of the dictates in the equity orders.
What? That literally was word salad. The dictates of the electric. That's not a thing, lady.
For instance, there's a gender advisor position created by one of these executive orders. That position has to be eradicated, as well as all the task forces, the removal of all the equity plans from all the...
You all recorded this. You had opportunities to take out her stutters. You literally could have had her. Is this the best take you all fucking got from her? Jesus Christ.
Well, like, could have clipped her out like, yeah, we don't want equality. Like, they're literally saying we do not want equality. That's literally what she's saying.
No, exactly. And she is so fucking white bread, whitewashed that Jesus Christ, this is like a crime on itself for her fucking even talking at all.
The websites and a complete rework of the language in internal and external policy documents and grant applications.
And grant applications.
I like the scrolls on the table behind you. It's as if she's all written down on them scrolls, and she'll go outside and say, "Hear ye, LGBTQ gender motherfuckers."
Oh, I thought
now.
I thought those were things that she shoved up her fucking ass to let out all the fucking gas and shit that she fucking has been sputtering out of her mouth hole the whole fucking time. Yeah, anyways. Okay, all right. But yes, dude, these people look crazy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we normally don't judge on people's looks. Unless you're a douche, and also when we do. But we usually don't, and that's not what we do. But how crazy does this lady look?
She looks a bit like Marge Green.
Yeah, she looks like she snorted a shit ton of fucking Adderall and then did this fucking video. And once again, y'all had opportunities to edit this video to make it fucking look good. This looks like shit. This is like the D-list celebrity fucking acting fucking shit.
External policy documents and grant applications.
And this is another Project 2024.
Okay, so let's get into this crazy weirdo with his background that looks fucking sketch. This background looks sketch as fuck. Watch this.
President does not execute a dramatic course correction, there may never be another chance. So if you're not on board with helping implement a dramatic course.
Look at how scary this looks. This is like dun dun dun. If we don't do something, doom and death and blah of the blah.
Correction, because you're afraid it'll damage your future employment prospects.
Like
It'll
if-
harm you socially. Look,
Yeah.
I get it.
For a second. Like if you don't do anything now, like you may have to vote again in 4 years.
I
Like,
love
come
how they're
on,
always-
like vote for Trump because then you don't have to vote anymore.
Well, I love how they're always like, if we don't do it this time, we won't have next time. You fuckers have been fucking pushing this. The Heritage Foundation is not fucking new. It's been around for like the 2010s or something.
Sadly.
How come it's always that it's got to be this time? It's got to be another thing. And it's so weird that they want to get rid of public schools. I have no fucking understanding of this at all, other than they want it to be only private schools or homeschooling, so they can tax them instead of giving money to them.
They want to get rid of they want to get rid of the public schools because they want like average people to not be educated because that's their problem. People are getting educated and people are understanding shit.
Yeah, as soon as you
that's their big problem.
Yeah, but they're not learning anything.
Books out of schools,
Like-
library, burning books. You're on a slippery fucking slope to stupidity.
So we already heard that twat whistle.
To,
So let's hear this douche
Yeah.
nozzle in a different video talk about how this.
In terms of a tip, survival tip, do not let career bureaucrats hinder you from advancing the president's agenda. Keep it.
So what does that mean? How do you stop them from? Never mind. I don't want to know.
You're coming into a place, Washington, D.C., that does not share your conservative values. They're even.
Yeah, because it's called We the People, the melting pot of the world in the Americas. It's supposed to be everybody coming together.
That also means don't question the fucking president, bitch.
Yeah, I know exactly, Timoli. And not to be a dick, but lady, you're a redhead. You're technically not a part of the club. Like, I'm not saying that, but like, if it came down to you're, just like this dude in the picture, technically he could be considered not white. I mean, like, what is it? The wolves eat the lions eat the whatever your face or something, or the leopards eat your face or something, right? If you allow the leopards to roam around the town or whatever without getting them outside of it, then eventually they're going to eat you, right? Isn't it something? It's something like that.
Well, it's possibly why you sit so far away. Gone in the studio and gone, oh fuck, it's just Ginger. Yeah, I'm going to sit away from it. That's not within my Republican MAGA values. Ginger is fucking Satan's hair.
So someone else also started with that. First, it was only the Jews, and then everybody that wasn't blonde hair, blue eyes. Those
what, the Midwestern
those
people?
mutations.
In the Americas, in the like Wild West times, it was only the Aryan blonde hair and blue eyes, and then eventually they let in. I'm not going to say me or anybody that I know, but then Italians, Irish, Scottish, the rest of the Caucasian-esque type people were
Scottish,
let
they
into
should
the
have
club.
left them out.
Sure. I mean, the sheep fuckers. Anyways, but that's how this.
No,
goes.
those are the
Let's
Welsh.
crack on with this idiot. Oh, sorry.
Even hostile to it, because you're here to do something that's not in their interest. They're not going to be your friend, and they're not going to help you succeed. What are you doing? You're here to cut government. You're here to cut spending. You're here to cut regulations. You're here to stop the waste, fraud, and abuse that's going on. But a lot of careers have been made from that.
Not on the left side, not on our side, on your side.
A lot of money has been made from that. Fiefdoms have been built around it. So you're going to get a lot of opposition here. It's an entire industry of opposition from lobbyists.
The people on the left do not make money on all this shit. It's the right wing in the Americas that makes all the money off of this, from the NRA, the oil companies, and from chemical companies as well. So screw you, hippie. Y'all are the ones who are fucking taking away the rights of people and gouging people and blah, 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 things like
professional associations, contractor groups, and disappointingly, faith-based organizations.
And finally, I want to turn.
And there's that douche nozzle again. Okay, so
yeah, but no one.
Let's go.
How fucking dumb and erratically minded do you have to be to listen to this bullshit and think, "Oh, that's good. He does make a good point." How fucking?
It's people that are trying to get. It's people that are trying to get power that are the ones watching this because they want to be appointed, just like JD Vance. He does whatever he can to make money, being the grifter that he is doing. Yes, Shady Vance. Same with Tim Pool, all the right wing fucking jerker offers, just like Kurt Russell. He used to be a fucking very, very left wing fucking like loving everybody, and then he's like, oh, I can make money being a right-wing grifter wootard, and he freaking now is making stupid amounts of money. So it's really just the dollar signs they see. I don't think most of them believe in this themselves 100%. They convince other people to believe in it. And when you have grown up and in a trailer park and you're third generation cousin fucker, yeah, your brain is that mush so that you will be able to believe in most of this. It's not the people that watch these videos that we're showing that are leaked. They're actually for the appointees to learn how to speak media so they can get into those jobs
positions.
In those positions. Bam, bam, chicka, bow, wow. Anyways,
Project 2025, the authoritarian blueprint for.
Look at
of course,
dismantling
federal like
federal.
or John Boyd or them people. You know, they'll never work.
No, I know.
Film again.
They're just grifters, you know. Yeah.
Agencies in the next Republican presidency has a lot of thoughts on what your private relationships should look like and whom you should marry. In fact, a Christian nationalist vision of the family is a key centerpiece of the 922-page manual describing proposals for the American family as central to the next conservative president's agenda. Quote, every threat to family stability must be confronted. This resolve should color each of our policies. The Dobbs decision is just the beginning. We must replace woke nonsense with a healthy vision, starting with the American family. According to Project 2025, not all families are created equal. On page 451, it defines the right kind of family as being comprised of a married mother, father, and their children. This, it claims, is the, quote, foundation of a well-ordered nation and a healthy society. Promoting this biblical concept of family is cited as a top 5 goal for a revamped Department of Health and Human Services, or HHS, which it criticizes.
Hello. All right, the concept of family, right? So they're obsessing with family, but underneath it all is a little bit of eugenics because they're upset that white people are not having kids as much as other people's. And that's one of the reasons why they want to get abortions. There's a video of some lady at a Trump rally saying he's saving the white babies. They used the word white babies.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the brown babies or the black ones. It was about the white ones.
Yeah, totally. And that's the funny thing is everybody gets abortions. So it's not just the white little teenagers that are doing it, you dumb cunts. I mean, so never mind. They're too stupid to understand that. All right, let's crack on.
For, quote, having lost its way by promoting equity in everything we do. According to Project 2025, efforts at promoting diversity should be repealed and replaced with policies that support what it calls the formation of, quote, stable married nuclear families, end quote.
Nuclear family to me sounds so weird.
I hate the term nuclear family.
Me too. It sounds like
Yeah.
you're nuking your family, which is
Sounds
weird.
like Fallout 73.
Yeah.
Can I give
nuclear family? Oh, sorry, Commander, go ahead.
Can I give you an idea how sick these puppies are?
Yeah.
So, my mom was disabled, and we got help from a government agency that was known as Staff Builders. Basically, like a big brother, big sister, but since there were needs in the family, there with my brother and my mom being disabled, it was basically a government program. Pat, who had mental health credentials and was a registered nurse, was replaced when Gingrich had his revolution with, the Republicans swept into power in 94. And in 95, we got a dude named Sanjay who used to work at a bar. Pat wanted to stay. No amount of pay cut would allow Pat to stay. And then Sanjay, we ask where Pat is. And Sanjay says, Pat hates you. He doesn't want to be around. We say, you're lying because he was around when he wasn't getting paid. And then Sanjay says, you know what? You got me. My boss is good friends of Jeb Bush. And I'm here to make sure that you two fail. And basically, he even kept us out so we couldn't do our homework. The idea was that helping keep single mothers and whatnot, it was just throwing good money after bad. So they went out to actually sabotage the people in the programs to prove that the nuclear family is best and there's nothing that you can do to help these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrible. But
and you know what the funny thing is? Like they attack single moms for being a single mom. Who's holding the dads accountable for leaving?
Yeah, but
the dad fell in love with Jack Daniels. It wasn't her fault, and she had to leave or let him shake the babies.
Good man, Jack Daniels. I like him.
Yeah. And shaking baby, and I helped. Anyways, sorry, no, don't do that. Do not shake babies.
There's none of this. I mean, I read the first 50 pages of Project 2025, and it's just it's deeply religious Christian.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's just
it's
Christian values.
Sure. Yep. Yeah. All right, so let's crack on a little bit more. I'm gonna get another burr. I'll be right back. But let's listen to this, and then we'll get into some people that didn't know what Project 2025 is, even though they're pro MAGA.
In other words, the authors of Project 2025 believe that they, the government, should have the right to dictate what your family should look like, extending the arm of government into your home, into your bedroom, to enforce a Christian nationalist worldview. They consider this not just a policy preference, but a core function of governance itself. So much for limited government. It should be noted that traditional families, people who are married with children, no longer make up the majority of family compositions in the U.S., according to recent polling by the Pew Research Center. This shift in family structures is due in part to more same-sex couples adopting children or starting their own families, reflecting the diversity and evolving landscape of today's American society. That diversity, according to the authors of Project 2025, poses a danger to the, quote, that very moral foundations of.
All right, so we pretty much, this is like beating a dead horse, literally. Let's get into.
There's another fun thing. I will look tonight for the quote from Alice Bailey quoting the made-up idiot troll Clue. Basically, they set a limit, a deadline for all of their bullshit to the year 2025. So this goes into the occult too. There's weird occult stuff going on behind the scenes here.
Well, if they want to, they always want to claim gematria and shit. So I would believe it, even though that's not technically. But you know, I could see that. Hey, Tubian. All right, so let's get into how MAGA doesn't know about Project 2025.
Do you know a little bit about Project 2025?
Oh, I think a lot of the
but I'm going to be
people
honest.
that
That's
vote
not
MAGA.
Donald Trump. That's the Heritage Foundation.
Uh-oh.
The Democrats need to stop connecting him to that project.
I don't know that. No, as a matter of fact, he's pushed
The
himself
Heritage
away
Foundation
from it.
and Donald
going
Trump
on.
are the fucking same thing.
Sure, sure.
Like, and like in that speech that you saw earlier in the beginning, like he is part of it.
It's all his homies. It's totally all his homies, and that's why, like I said, JD Vance did the insert for the the head of Heritage Foundation's book, the founder. But it's not going to come out until later. But we have leaked stuff from it. But anyways.
Off of what you just said about law and order and being a retired police officer, one of it is to give the Justice Department, the FBI, give that to be a presidential executive department where they oversee it. The president oversees it. Would that be something you would support?
If Donald Trump can oversee the FBI, absolutely.
What if Joe Biden?
So that's the Heritage Foundation.
Biden could oversee the FBI.
Yeah, no.
Oh, listen to what she says.
He's in it for himself. The FBI, the way we all.
Wait. Biden is in it for himself, running the FBI, and Trump wouldn't be. Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
All see it. They're all supporting Biden, even in his corrupt world. We all know there's corruption behind Biden. We just wish that the Democrats that are all surrounding him, covering up for him, would finally.
How are they covering up for him? Citation needed, lady. There's no way that they can cover up for him.
And there's no corruption with Trump. I mean, the dude exudes corruption. He praises Russian dictators.
How many things did he get fucking whatever for? 34, 46, 69, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, no.
He's over 90 charges that I know, something like 96, and some of that is stealing nuclear secrets, for fuck's sake.
Trump is a compromised man. We know this. We know this when he said, oil companies, give me $1 billion, I'll make you richer.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
If you pay him, that's
just
compromisation.
He just went to the Bitcoin convention and spoke in front of all of them and said, if you vote for me, I'll make sure that Bitcoin becomes part of the American currency, and then you can physically sell it. He thinks Bitcoin's actually a motherfucking like a physical thing or like a thing that is in the zeitgeist other than being a digital currency. He doesn't understand. Just like he says
here in America.
He said we're going to produce it here better than anybody else. Just like he thinks F-16s are actually invisible. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he's one of the people that thinks FCCs are worth something.
NFTs.
So
NFTs.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, NFTs.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Start allowing
like, for
him
fuck's
to
sake.
be looked into all his crimes, all his collusion with China.
Which we found out that Don Jr. got a fat check from China. We found, yeah, it's Trump. It's always Trump.
His son Hunter, his family.
Like.
Wasn't it his daughter got
Go ahead, Commander.
trademarks from China, which a registered trademark in China is almost unheard of because China loves making knockoffs of everything?
It was somebody in the family. It was
Yeah.
close. I don't know if it was Ivanka or if it was his ex-wife or his. I don't remember. But yes, somebody in the thing, and they just found out.
Six or seven trademarks from
They
China.
just they just found out some leak. They just found out some leak thing about him getting paid from Argentina or someplace like that. I don't remember 100% where, but they just found out again that
But
he made some.
he said in his interview with Musk that if Biden wins, Musk and he should go to Venezuela.
That's what it maybe.
I'm not
Maybe it was
fucking kidding you.
Yeah. So maybe it was Venezuela. They just found out that he got paid by them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the whole thing. Because at this point in time, do I really need to actually pay attention to the real fucking facts when we already know how corrupt and how fucked this whole bullshit is? I'm so glad Kamala and Waltz are freaking here to save us, because literally they are. Because Trump is going into a death spiral because he's so fucking flipped out about the fucking potential. He is killing himself, literally.
Well, he does do a fucking great
all that.
Sylvester impression. Suck it in, succotash.
Sure. I didn't
Yeah,
see that
he
part
has-
100%, but
How he was slurring his words something fierce.
Well, he
yeah,
wasn't
I heard the
slurring. He
slurring.
had no teeth in, but
I don't know about that. I have to go back and watch it, although I did see somebody reference the no teeth thing this morning.
it is no teeth. That's basically, he basically sounded like my granddad when he talked and he had his teeth out.
I just think he was tired. I just think he was an old, tired man. Hey, Richie.
And as I said earlier, he's almost 80. Them teeth on his. They're definitely denture.
They're obviously fake. Of course they're fucking fake. He eats fucking McDonald's 20 times a fucking day and pizza and other things. And so do I. I'm a junk food whore as well. But luckily for me, somehow my DNA is okay and I still have my fucking teeth. I have I had 4 molars taken out because they had to, because my jaw is so fucking small because I'm a fucking tiny person. And then I had 1 tooth taken out. The only reason it busted is because I was trying to learn how to like crack open beer bottles with my teeth. And I totally did it wrong one time and it busted out like most of one of my teeth. Yeah, of course. Well, when you're trying to figure out ways to do sideshow.
There is no right way to do it.
No, that's why you don't do it. No, I understand. But when you're learning how to do sideshow or bar tricks or other acts, you're going to fuck up a handful of times doing stupid ass shit and realize, okay, we're not going to do that. Just like when I used to break the beer bottles over my head, eat the glass and slash my chest open. I almost tore my nipple off one time. Stop doing that fucking act. I mean, yeah. You find the acts that have controlled chaos for sure. Okay,
But
Baba Yaga.
I also think like from what I see from this,
Yeah,
like
she is Baba
Trump's
Yaga.
defense is like Trump puts like
She
a
just
mirror
looks
in
like
front of
Baba
himself, like or in front of Biden, and like everybody sees what Trump is doing, and they think Biden is doing it. Like, oh yeah, like Biden is the one that is buddies with China. Pretty sure he is. Right?
He's getting money. He's getting money from every motherfucking where Trump is for sure.
But what I'm saying is, if there's presidential executive power over law enforcement investigations, the Justice Department, the FBI, it goes both ways. It wouldn't just be Donald Trump. It would be whoever the next Democratic president would be too. Would you be okay with that?
As long as it's fair. Fair is fair. Right now, what we have in
You never would. You don't believe that. There's no way you believe that. You
not,
don't.
but it cannot be fair because then nobody can hold them accountable. Like, well, they already still can't because apparently whatever a president does as his task as president is legal.
Well, it's about ready to be overturned, but yes, sure. Right as of now, technically. But let's crack on with this weirdo.
It's so stupid. Like the fact that like technically Joe Biden could have the U.S. Army assassinate Donald Trump.
Yeah, but,
And he would
we're not
not
going to do that. Yeah, but we're not going to do
would
that because
not be
we're not
able to.
fucking the
No,
assholes.
no.
Yeah, but we're not the assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. You
Because
totally could right now,
because we're
literally,
not
but we're not the
MAGA.
assholes. Well, yeah, no, and we don't use the law to do any of that bullshit because that's not how the fucking democracy works. It's because rich people have money. That's what's fucked. Yeah, no, it's because rich people have money to get out of it.
I actually feel sorry for these guys, these people, these MAGA people. They're totally brainwashed, and nothing will shake them from their fuckwittery apart from Donald Trump losing, and then they'll think, oh, he'll make a great president at 90 or whatever, because I'm sure he'll try again because he's power. He just needs that power. But these poor
they're just gonna latch onto the next figure. Trump's done. The next thing is gonna be the next whatever.
I think the next one will be, and as long as it's not like Getz or Green or Bobbitt or the likes of them fucking idiots, or that wimp, what was his name? He used to be the Speaker of the House, the fucking coward guy.
No, he's not. If anything, it's gonna be Major Green Twat or Carrie Lake, but it's gonna be somebody else.
No,
next,
no, it's not
obviously.
gonna be a woman. It's not gonna be a woman.
Well, I don't know who else is sticking out right now more than those twats. So, anyways, let's crack on with this idiot.
Well, I don't know if Candace Owens counts, but she did say she's not a round earther, so that means that she's ready to run for office.
Ooh.
She doesn't, yes, but unfortunately she does. Well, fortunately for us, she doesn't want to. She loves being in the little place that she's in right now, making the money that she's making, doing what she's doing. So luckily, she's not trying to get into politics, which is amazing for us. So, anyways, let's crack on with this weirdo.
Okay, with the president having control of the FBI directly.
Look at what we've got going on right now. We obviously have, whether it's through an intermediate or not, a Stalinist component to how the federal government operates, silencing political opponents.
Can you elaborate on that, like the specifics that bring you to that?
No. Google it.
Well, what
Project 2025.
One of the things
that it
elaborate on
outlines
it because
is
you
to
have no
the
evidence.
Justice Department, the FBI, and be at the behest of the president, be an executive power. Do you support that?
I support the legalese of it. They should follow the law, no matter who they work for. If they don't follow the law, they shouldn't work where they're at.
And do you think this Justice Department has followed the law?
No.
In
citation needed.
What ways?
Always.
Just elaborate maybe a couple of ways.
Since when are people who have children in school terrorists?
Whoever said that?
That doesn't make any sense.
Of course not. But he's from Wyoming,
If you put your kids in school, you can't be a terrorist. Okay, good to know.
And
weird.
Well, he's saying the opposite, I think. But Wyoming, yeah, he's from Wyoming. People are fucking crazy in Wyoming.
Explain that a little.
At Department of Justice, they were told to investigate them as terrorists.
Parents?
Yes.
Well,
We're told.
like if you have kids in school, but you're not doing something that is even close to terrorism, then you're not a terrorist.
And the people that were being investigated were people that were doing terrorism. They were threatening other children, and other things were going on like that. You're just being told that all of the parents that are, never mind. It's so stupid. It doesn't make sense for us to even talk about it.
Attended school meetings.
What's that?
Parents that attended their school meetings at school.
Yeah, the ones that were like, oh my God, if you don't fucking bow your knee to us and take out those fucking books or fucking get rid of the transgender children, we're going to bomb you and shit. Yeah, that's why they got investigated. Not because...
You mean you get investigated and people call you a terrorist if you make violent threats and use intimidation to basically try to get your way?
Yeah, exactly. And use racist tropes. Yeah, no, that's not why they got investigated. It was because their kids are in public school. Totally.
We're called terrorists.
We're called terrorists?
Terrorists, yeah.
Were investigated as terrorists.
Is that something that happened in your state?
All states.
One of the tenets of Project
Citation needed.
2025
What-
that the
who
Justice
are they talking about? Like, so all the teachers, all the parents were investigated. Like, I really don't get what the old fuck was saying.
Okay, so there were parents who went to parent-teacher conferences or to school meetings, and they said, if you don't get rid of the gay children, if you don't take the litter boxes out of the fucking things, if you don't stop transgendering our children, if you don't get rid of these books, then things are going to happen to the school.
But
They got
how can you
investigated for-
transgender a child if the child has no desire to be another gender?
It
And
doesn't make
that
any-
come from within?
Yeah, it doesn't
Rather
make any
than
sense.
you can't force someone to.
Yeah, and you can't kittyize and or furryize kids. There's going to be kids who want to like pretend to dress up as things. I remember going to school when I was younger in the 90s, and we had people that would wear certain types of clothing that were odd outfits. And you were like, okay, that's that person or that's that person. Nobody was forcing them to. And some things do become trendy. But once again, like we've said over and over and over again on this fucking channel, if you don't like doing certain things, like putting things in your certain holes, you're not going to do it. You're not going to be like, oh my God, I got to be so trendy. I got to suck cock. No, that's not how the world works. If somebody's not gay, they may try it once or twice.
Oh, never mind.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
That's how the world works.
What?
JD Vance thinks that's how the world works.
Yeah, but that's not how it does. That's what we're saying.
Exactly.
Is if you don't want to get it in your butt, or you don't want to put it in somebody's butt, or you don't want to put things in your mouth and or suck on things, that's how you kind of know to some extent. And the joke we always used to have when we were a teenager is, what do you think about when you jerk off? When you masturbate, what do you think of? That's what you is usually. You know what I'm saying? If you think about a person wearing a furry dog outfit as a human dog thing, you know, the furry thing, that's what you is. If you think about freaking big titted anime, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, that's, you know, so go with that. But nobody's gonna like force you or pigeonhole you into getting into BDSM. And if they are, you need to leave that situation. You're being used. Do not do that. Yes, there's sex work and stuff where people are being forced into it, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about just like a normal humans just being whatever they is. And you're not going to convince all these teenagers to be something or another, because you know what teenagers are? Assholes.
Yeah.
They do what they want to do. You're not going to convince them to do what they don't want to do. A 14-year-old little girl, dude, fuck that. You can't get her to convince her to do fucking anything she doesn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can I add? If
Go
you're
ahead.
a parent to them teenage assholes,
Yeah.
beyond teenage, when they stop being a teenager, they're still assholes. Trust me. Money grabbing fucking leeches they are.
Yeah.
But
And
you love them
yes.
anyway. You love them.
Yes, of course. But yeah, and Pet Dragon exactly similarly. The litter box thing was the survival kits that they had in schools for shootings. And yes, and yeah, no,
and it was a joke.
Yeah.
What was the joke?
To give you an idea, 2019, right? Last semester, well, actually, the spring semester 2020, last college semester I did. If I left a straw wrapper on the table in the classroom, I'd be made to clean it up. So the idea that just a year later, they'd be putting up with people defecating in the classroom and having cat butt mess all over, which is alien to me.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculously silly. And I guess maybe brainless. Somebody took a photo of the.
No, but what wasn't it
and
a
then
couple of kids that made a joke out of it?
Well, what they did is they told their mom. They told their mom that there were cat litter boxes in the things, and the mom was the one who posted it. So it started as a joke between kids and a mother, and the mother is the one who posted it, informing it that made it into a thing. So technically, yes, it started as a joke. But if that dumb cunt would have just like actually talked to the school and asked, what the fuck is going on, even though it didn't look like it was just a bucket of fucking cat litter that they took all the stuff out of, because it's actually a survival kit and it has a bunch of things that are on top of it, like power bars, bandages, and a handful of other things. A roll of toilet paper, I think, was in there as well. But anyways, yeah, it was a member. It was one of the moms of Moms for Liberty that one of their kids showed them this as a joke, and she fucking flipped her lid and fucking yeah, okay, and yeah, that's what it is that happened. But anyways, let's crack on with this craziness.
Department, the investigative wing of the Justice Department, comes under direct presidential control, meaning the president would have executive authority and power to say who we're investigating and who we're not. Would you like that?
Yeah, I mean, we can't have
okay, Gomer, what's up with your hair, bro? Never mind, sorry.
the felons running the asylum, the prison, and
That's what would happen if Trump was in fucking charge, you twats.
I understand that.
He's
but I would.
He's literally.
He literally is convicted.
Well, he is holding on to that fucking that last bit of fucking head, fucking whatever that is.
He's trying so hard.
So if he's trying to hold on to that, he's got to be fucking desperate in other ways as well. So he's obviously desperate for MAGA and Trump.
He's probably never gotten his wife's pussy whacked before.
Just that I believe that some of the what you're quoting out of Project 2025 has been exaggerated for political purposes, and I don't.
Citation needed on that motherfucker, because we have read through most of it and we've got over a lot of fucking Project 2025, and it's fucking crazy as shite, homie.
Religious reasons. It's not fucking not political. Well, it's political when it's implemented.
Yeah, but it's way way crazy.
Christian values. That's all.
Yeah, but for being motherfucking 2025, it's insane. These twats are fucking trying to implement this stuff.
I don't know specifically what you're referring to.
Okay, that's fine. I'm actually pulling a couple of things from having read it, but I'm with you. We don't have to discuss the minutia in that. There's this Project 2025.
I don't know anything about it. I've read about it, but
You've read about it, but you don't know anything about it. Oh, you're trying to claim that. Okay, and look at her fucking face.
But also, like, you've heard about it. Like, people say, like, oh, that's what the Republicans want. So, oh, yeah, I have to decide who I vote for. Okay, so let's learn about what their policies actually are. She does not care about politics. The only thing she cares about is being part of the group.
Well, that's why she says, I read about it, but I don't know anything about it. Fucking cunt, how did you read about it, but you don't know anything about it? And look at her fucking face.
How do we know she's a Trump supporter? Hint, hint. Look at the fucking size of that button.
Dude, everything about her fucking says that she voted for fucking Trump,
like
dude.
Fucking hubcap.
Yeah, it's bigger than her fucking breasts.
They're ridiculous.
I don't know. It only came to light recently.
It's been around since 2016, I believe.
I guess they are making policy decisions, and I didn't know that. I thought they were just trying to vet people.
What it suggests, because
And that's not what it is.
It's not law. It's not even legislation. It suggests greater executive power. It puts the power of the Justice Department, the FBI, those sort of things at the president's desk. Is that something you'd like to see happen?
As long as it's Trump. If it ain't Trump, then I don't fucking want it. Duh. Jesus Christ, how do you not know this already? All right.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem, I think. Like it's not that they are pro or anti. It's just, well, as long as it's Trump, then like everything's good. Like Trump should control everything. But if it's another president, like no, they can't be. Yeah.
Well, it's only for the right-wing presidents. It's anything else can't be. And dude, oh my Jesus Christ! I just like realized how like she looks like she is like on crack. She's like all sweaty,
She's a lizard person.
and her hair's all just disheveled. And so, really quick, we're gonna go over how they hate pronouns. Really quick.
Demon Orb, he's from the UK, isn't he?
I believe so.
If I'm not mistaken.
Demon Orb, tell me that's not Olive up on the buses.
I think I know who you're speaking about. But anyways, let's listen how they're fucking shitting their pants about pronouns.
To make changes and fast. The left continually pivots and assaults definitions and phrases. They twist words and phrases to support subconscious acceptance.
Do you know how language works in a society, lady? Do you know that we changed
Of course she does.
our lingo? No, of course, because she wants it to go back to when the N-word was that, and you could say it still. She doesn't want it to progress into not saying the N-word. Language ebbs and flows, and it changes definitions, and there may be anything that happens societally that causes a phrase or a word to change its meaning. It could be a commercial phrase, a slogan happens. In a movie, there can be a movie phrase like "I'll be back," right? Things like that. Our language ebbs and flows and changes. And if we have different people coming into our country that start speaking in a certain way or using a certain phrase, then we may adapt that. That's why the English language in the Americas has so many turns of phrases, because we have adapted so many other cultural slang terms or phrases. So fuck you, bitch. Just because you want to be able to use the word slave and know what she means by that doesn't mean that we can't change language, and that's how language works.
Of a philosophy that was rejected or is against the grain of human existence, like what is a woman? Perhaps the most effective tool the left wields is their
Go ahead.
How come they don't get upset when you have trans men? It's always they're poking at trans women. We think it's probably because all these people are just men who are afraid they're gonna wind up in the sack of someone who used to be one.
Well, and cutting off the penis is fucking a disgrace, And where the other version of it is you add something. Well, I don't know. I don't know. But I think that's what it is. It's the demasculification of a person that they say. That's what they say. And yes, Pet Dragon. What?
Yeah,
that's what they hate.
But also and also the fact apparently people don't hate people for being gay, but for not being masculine. Like if you have any trait that is not masculine, you're getting made fun of anything.
I bet.
No, they still make fun of gay buff dudes. That is still a thing. It doesn't matter. It is you giving yourself up to another dude that they don't like. And then also again, they're
But doesn't
crybabies.
Trump do that with Putin all the time?
Oh, he totally does that for sure. But the thing that they cry about is that a dude's gonna cut off his wee to blah whatever the fuck their crybabies about. But anyways, let's keep cracking on with this.
Can I just quickly say I did post a link to Olive up on the buses. I know it looks like a long link, but it's just a picture of from
And really quick, what I want to say, yes, Tank Girl, totally. Some of us do look like this without our AC on, but the difference between us doing a live stream and these twats spending like at least $10,000 making each one of these videos is you should have had a fucking makeup person. Y'all should have had it so it's fucking cold enough in the room so that you could all be comfortable doing this. You all look like a bunch of crackheads that are fucking tweaking out, spun out in a room, fucking telling us how horrible all of this bullshit is.
Maybe not have a
Ability
picture
to
of
engage
Reagan
in constant subliminal advertising through their narrative, words, and phrases. Marxism became socialism.
This has nothing to do with Marxism. Marxism and socialism has nothing to do with pronouns.
Those are two different
And
things.
democratic
And they're completely different. And not just that, but again, they don't have anything to do with turns of phrases. Yeah. Language has nothing to do with either one of those goddamn governmental structures. Right?
They have no fucking clue as to what Marxism is. Marxism has nothing to do with gender.
And
Socialism has nothing to do with gender.
That's what I'm saying.
Socialism, we sort of socialism lives within democracy because we're all socialists in a way. We socialize. We fight for minimum wage and
in modern governments. Yes, there is a version of that in all of our stuff nowadays, way, shapes, or form, and that's why they even say that what's the other thing that they say that not socialism, but the other thing? Yeah, communism. There are not actually communist 100% governments in the world anymore. They are a version that is a mixture.
There is. North
So
Korea.
North
Korea is a communist nation.
Sure, but it still isn't. Sure. But anyways, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of things. But anyways, let's crack on with this crazy ass. I'm not going to go there. I'm just swat.
Socialism, and is now represented by the terms social justice and equity. This is perhaps the most scary of all.
Katie, what brings to mind is
Seek
the
justice,
quote.
correct
So scary.
oppression, cease to do evil, learn to do good. We learn about social justice, ironically, from the prophets of the Old Testament, where they basically said, take care of the widow, the fatherless, don't do gifts and bribes. So I got a lot of my radical lefty ideals from the Bible. And these people are cunts.
Yeah, and social anything means a societal norm or a societal congregation of the peoples together. It doesn't mean socialism. It just means a congregation of the people or a way for that community to be together.
Who controls the language rules the world. It's attributed to Joseph.
But how does the left fucking rule the language? Fuck you, bitch.
Stalin and other tyrants. And George Orwell stated, he who controls language controls culture. Even more, Hitler and others.
Yeah, and that's not what's going on in the Americas. That we are not under a fascist regime.
Don't these cunts want to get rid of the book 1984 because when Winston is talking about his wife ex-wife, she had the most noble face until you realize that there was nothing behind it. She had the most vulgar, vacant, empty mind, and there was nothing in it but a slogan. And she would accept any imbecility, absolutely any, as long as it was handed to her by the party.
Yeah.
That's a
And
paraphrase, but it's
They want to
close.
get rid of many books. All they want is one book on the shelf, the Bible. That's all these people want.
yes, they don't even want math or anything. And Mama, yes, they're totally reading a script, but this is what we said earlier. This is a training videos for people that they want to put into the government. So this is their media training. So what they should say once they get into the political positions that they're trying to replace everybody else with. And so it is just talking points they're trying to give so that you can say this later on the political trail later on.
There's
and they are the ones saying that people are being replaced, mainly white people, but like they're the ones that want to replace fucking guns.
I have an ancient video after we're done with this one, just like to show about a minute of it. Give everyone an idea what kind of psycho cunts we're dealing with here.
Okay, well, we're only going to watch a little bit more of this, and then we'll go ahead and show that. But anyways, yeah, let's crack on.
Repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it. Without
Yeah, that's what your party does. We know. Thanks for fucking projecting that bullshit.
That's exactly what Trump is doing.
True. Language is a powerful and often controlling tool.
Career bureau.
How is language controlling? If you want to say the N-word, you can say the N-word, but the consequences are a whole different thing, you dumb cunts. That's what it's so funny. They're like, you're taking away my freedom of speech. No, you can say whatever you want, you twat whistle, but there is TOS for different social media platforms. And then also, if you say that...
May this non-American point something out that bit in the Constitution about freedom of speech is about being allowed to criticize your government. That is not like, oh yeah, I can
call somebody the N-word, or I
speak
can
badly
tell
of my neighbor without my neighbor, so my neighbor can't beat me up.
Yeah, totally. And that's a lot of the things about like Second Amendment and a handful of other things. It's about your government, not just you on other people. And dude, lady, you look like a mess, Chica. Like seriously, get your life together. If this is what you look like on camera, dude, I can't even imagine you on every single fucking day that you fucking live.
Bureaucrats and the left are also using language to change culture and gain more and more authority. Thereby,
how are we getting more authority by asking for equality through speech?
So when I say everything that Kennedy and Johnson did with the blessings of the churches during the Cold War, these cunts scream socialism.
Of course, why not?
So they play that game all the time, where things that we used to do for years during the Cold War, when we were the capitalist West staring down the communist East, they just scream socialism at it all. They hijack language more than anyone else.
Yeah, and before we go a little bit
and I
further
just figured
with
out
this-
what is. I've just figured out what is so weird about her. The way she's done her eye makeup does not fit her glasses.
And Mom is right. They took the Handmaiden's Tale off the shelves in Utah. And this is basically...
You know what she...
That book was written in, what, 85, 86? I mean...
You know what?
I thought it was recent. Go ahead.
No, I think it was 86 that book was written.
She looks like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age with those glasses.
She kind of does. And not
Hey,
just that, but...
don't insult him. Don't insult him.
Yeah, picked up Put that picture up. I've posted in private chat, and you'll see it's Olive up on the buses.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, kinda, yes. I'll drop mine for. I'll put it on mine.
Maybe. Okay, go ahead.
She's just as daft.
It's her cousin. It's her cousin, not her. It's definitely not her. It's her cousin.
It is close.
And
yeah, it is close. It is close.
86. It was written The Handmaid's Tale, 1986. That's
Okay.
how old that book is.
Okay. Anyways, so let's crack on. And,
Yeah, but it's almost 40 years old.
And honey, all I gotta say is, you need to push up, bra. Like, if you're that right wing, you're not a hippie, you're not fucking free titting it. Get a real fucking broad, lady. Jesus.
Yeah.
By upsetting the balance of power envisioned by our founding fathers. This, in essence, weaponized language against the American people. This
And stop wearing glasses to try and look smart because you're not fucking smart.
Dude, she never shows her fucking top teeth. She never shows her top teeth, and you know who does that? Ex-drug addicts that have fake teeth. If you're used to not having top teeth, you do that whole like not opening your top mouth very far. And this whole time I've been watching her, she talks like an ex-meth head, and I should know I'm an ex-meth head. The only difference between me and most people is I still have most of my front teeth. Well, all of them.
Trump has no teeth. Is he an ex-meth head?
No, he is a current McDonald's fucking fiend.
He loves the McDonald's.
He only eats McDonald's.
He likes his shakes.
Yeah, sure.
Training is vital to you as a political appointee. If there's one thing you take from this training, it is to know when you start
This is a training video.
your job as a political
Wait,
appointee.
they gotta train
every
people
single
for media. So
That's
when do they get their training for media? When do they get their media training? Man?
Well,
Like
they know that they're fucking zombies. These people are fucking zombies, and that's all there is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
They're
I'm
not
saying. as
saying
well.
anything.
Yeah, bullshit
Yeah.
on
They're
the
not
nuclear
saying
And-
anything intelligent.
And they
bullshit on the
fucking
nuclear level can only be taught.
and the fucking 28 of the 34 people that show up in these videos are all part of it. Yeah, they don't have media training, but they thought that they had enough acting experience to do this. And look at how horrible these fucking things came out. Like these are the worst training videos. Like it seems like they did this on purpose and made them this bad. You know, when we watch fucking joke commercials or joke fucking training videos and shit, or Dungeons and Dragons, you know what I'm saying?
I think I saw it in one of Kevin
is-
Sorbo's "I Love Jesus" videos.
This is worse than those. Literally, these are the worst training videos I've seen. I have seen fucking horrible fucking 1970s and 1980s fucking training videos, and this fucking shit is fucking worse than that. And they thought this was gonna help them fucking win the fucking election. Jesus Christ.
Word, phrase, and acronym must be vetted, and you must determine what implications every word has before publishing or moving forward with.
Yeah, you know what that's called? It's called an editor, you cunt. That's why you have multiple people that look at things before you say this in public, you fucking twat whistle. Like that's the problem with Major Green Twat and a couple other like fucking Lauren Boebert and fucking Carrie Lake. They don't, and just like Trump, what's Trump's doing lately with going off the script, that you need to vet everything you say before. When they cry to and say that the like Biden or other people stay on script and they only read the prompter, you know why? Because that's what you're supposed to do. There's people who spent fucking hours, if not days, writing the script that you're supposed to say in front of millions of people and the world, technically. That's what you do, you dumb cunt. Like you're not when you're in a fucking play in a theater play, you don't just go off cuff at any time. Like if something happens, then you have, maybe like if you trip or something. But no, why you stick to the goddamn motherfucking script, and that's what the joke is about. Fucking what's his name? Fucking Ron Burgundy. He says whatever comes on the teleprompter. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, you are supposed to kind of like read it first and fix if there is somewhat of a problem. But that's the way the fucking world works, bro.
Not to be mistaken with Ron Jeremy. All hail Ron Jeremy.
But
little hairy porn star.
It's not their message. They're reading a script.
But they are a part of it. They're all a part of this. They're just so stupid.
No, their husbands are part of it.
Sure. But the thing is they never took acting classes, acting lessons. They don't know how to fucking do any of this. And they thought that they could just fucking wing this bullshit. Like this is such terrible propaganda. And go ahead.
It doesn't even seem like they're forming any coherent ideas.
No. They're telling you just how to sputter out word salad in front of the media, and that's all that it is. Especially this video is about how to present yourself to the media
with any official or internal document.
All right. So now that we have
Dude, okay. Wipe the sweat off of your top lip, lady. God damn it, dude. You need to lay off the crack cocaine, bitch.
Identified the problem. Let's give the viewers a taste of what we saw in the Trump administration.
Dude, what's up with your mascara? You look like you've been crying all day long and they barely were able to like wipe up your tears so they could start this video.
Bethany and I were both part of a coordinated effort in the Trump administration focused on trying to take back hijacked language and definitions across the United States government.
How did you do that?
And even at our engagements in the United Nations. From our experiences, we will teach you how to identify the left's progressive language, scrutinize career staff compositions for dangerous language.
Oh my God.
And how to combat their manipulative efforts, ensuring clarity of definition.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's media talk.
This is basically them looking at the Ministry of Truth in Orwell's book 1984 and saying, let's do that.
Yeah, totally.
And conservative.
It looks to me like it's absolute control of everything.
It is.
Everybody.
Of course. Yeah, of course. They're that's what evangelicals want to do.
Bethany and I are going.
Okay, let's go back.
There is a Bible verse that actually caused me to dump the Christianity because I noticed that all the preachers were violating it. If anyone does not teach in accordance with the sound view, yada, yada, they're puffed up with conceit. They understand nothing. They have unhealthy cravings for quarrels about words, which produce enmity, division, and evil suspicions, and constant frictions amongst those who are depraved in mind and deprived in truth, who imagine godliness as a means of gain, and that's these cunts.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So just look at the idiocracy that is presented in front of you, and they did this in their training video. All right, folks, we're almost to 2. So what we're gonna do is play the Commander. Can you play the video that you wanted to share for the time that you wanted to do that?
I'm presenting it. If you can.
Okay, brainless.
Oh, you won't be buying me there.
Is if any man comes to me.
I'm starting it where he starts talking about lobbing people's heads off.
That was a demand to be in the Nazi Party. You have to put the Nazi Party and its objectives ahead of your own life and ahead of other people. I've seen pictures
This is Doug Coe. He's big time evangelicalist from the 1980s. He's got connections to the Family Research Council, Heritage Foundation, the whole lot of it.
The young men in the Red Guard, 22 years old in China. A table laid out like a butcher table. They would bring in this young man's mother and father, lay her on the table with a basket on the end. He would take an axe and cut her head off. They have to put the purposes of the Red Guard ahead of their father, mother, brother, sister, and their own life. That was a covenant, a pledge. That's what Jesus said. Today, in Los Angeles, in the gangs, you violate the code, you're dead. It's happening every day.
And in a lot of other organizations.
In this country, this very day.
Yeah.
Taken right from the scripture.
And that's really a bastardization of the scriptures. That's pretty much it. Big time evangelical. This kind of shit has been underneath the surface since like the 1970s. And there's weird occult stuff going on with people associated with him. The Nazis were huge into the occult, and they basically, Project 2025 reads, it's a fascist manifesto. These shitheads want a rematch because they lost World War II.
Yeah, no, totally, for sure. But yeah, this is fucking definitely on the Nazi side of crap. Because Jesus Christ, what did you just say, you weirdo? Okay, let's crack on.
Jesus Christ said, if you do not put me before your father, your mother, and your brother, and your sister, you cannot be my disciple. If you're going to have any movement that moves men and nations, you have to have that kind of commitment. Jesus knew that. That's the way the social order is run. If you don't run it that way, the social order goes into disarray. We start at 9, quit at 5, and pay $100,000 a year. That isn't the way they worked around Ho Chi Minh. They worked 24 hours a day. They were together when apart. They had a covenant. And they pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honors for the Declaration of Independence. And every man lost his.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the shit we're dealing with these people. And I have a seeking suspicion he was working with Russians, because how the fuck does an American, right, actually see a Red Guard lobbing the parents' heads off? It just reeks of something Russia would want.
Evangelicals are the fucking worst. They really are.
Yes, and I've been watching, unfortunately, a bunch of Nazi and skinhead documentaries, and that's exactly like what the leaders of most of those organizations said, almost verbatim, pretty much, is exactly what I just heard that douche nozzle say. It's like, oh my God, y'all copy each other, and then like, all right, anyways. No, that's exactly similarly. No, that's how we all are for sure. Pet Dragon. We are not anti anybody's anything, but it's the extremists and the fanatics that we have a problem with. The left, the right, any way, shape, or form. I don't give a fuck. But if you're the crazy version of that, then we have to talk about you. And that's what we do here on this channel. Because it doesn't matter. Especially if you're using people to take their money, that's when we have a problem with you, because grifting and being a scam artist is horrible when you're taking money, especially from somebody who is an old lady that only has a pension or only has retirement, and you're making them eat fucking cat food because you're stealing half of their fucking money a month to tell them that God's going to give you a place in heaven or something if you blah blah blah. And like, there was a thing that I watched today. Kenneth Copeland was bragging about how he got a famous singer to give him his like 36 fucking whatever watch, I don't even know. And then like the guy gave him a fucking Bentley with the clock in it of that fucking watchmaker, and he did it so that Kenneth Copeland could resolve him so he could not have cancer anymore. Homie died 2 years later. And he told this story just like a week ago. Why would you tell a story about how this gazillionaire or this rich person gave you stuff and then died because you couldn't save him? Because that's not how fucking
But he's
it
going to
works.
say, I got him into heaven. It's all
Sure, maybe.
I got him into heaven, so all you give me your money.
No,
and
but
I'll
he
get
didn't.
you
But
guys
he,
into heaven as well.
but he didn't even do that. He was such a dick cheese about it. He was such a smegma head that he didn't even do that. He just laughed and was like, haha, and everybody cheered that he got all this stuff. And then he told another story. And then after that story said, yes, if you fucking give me your money, I will get you into heaven, even if I can't save you from dying from worldly diseases. Anyways, let's crack on.
That's about 4 fucking 747s and a handful of other jets.
He's got so much other. Yeah, no, I know. He owns a gazillion properties. He has a gazillion and a half people that work for him for no amount of money. He has all this, that, blah, blah, blah. And anyways, let's crack on. So of
Where
course
do you
we
think your
have
money's
to.
going, sick people? And that's still my ex-pin tweet. Christianity doesn't pray for the vulnerable; it fucking preys on them.
Exactly.
And the Reawaken America tour, largely funded by Kenneth Copeland and organized by him, is filled with people who exude bullshit from Russia. They're telling Christians that in the last day, the churches are going to take names, kick ass, and seize dominion over all the nations. And then when Jesus comes back, they're just going to hand the seized nations over to them. And that's not only not in the New Testament, that's only found in Blavatsky's bullshit, and bullshit also spread by Nazis back in the day. So there you go.
Exactly, and totally. Pet Dragon.
And before you play I Fucked the Couch and I Liked It, you owe me playing my video. What we'll do on the next Flat Earth night, because it is about Flat Earth.
Yeah, we'll do that. And I don't know when we're doing Flat Earth again for a hot second, because we are 2 weeks.
Brainless, you've seen, haven't you?
But we'll get to Flat Earth again soon. Unfortunately, most of the content has been a bunch of bitches running away from the whole 24-hour or the night sun or midnight sun thing, or the 24-hour sun around Antarctica thing. And so I'm waiting till we get a little bit more content, or I can find more substance for that. But we'll be doing a lot of other things and stuffs and things for sure to have fun. I may be doing a lolcow stream. We'll see. I don't really don't, but there are a handful of lolcows that are fucking weird and not on the radar as much as some of the ones that people go over. So maybe we'll go over some other people. So anyways, thank you all very much for being here. We're going to say goodbye after this, but here we go. And I cannot get this song out of my head.
It happened when I was a lad. My folks were on vacation. It was my chance, and so I grabbed a rubber glove and lubrication. I got in position by Mima's favorite old chaise longue. I fought inhibition. Then I beat it into submission. I liked it. Smell of cigarettes on the fabric. I fucked the couch just to try it.
You go to jail for what you did to that
pornographic. That felt so strong. Those cushions tight. Making love to a love seat feels so right. I fucked the couch and I liked it.
And of course, we have to pause it right now because that is like the best fucking visual in the goddamn of
the rubber glove and KY. It's fucking great.
And this is the best fucking like promo. And his nipples are fucking hard too through this shirt. So he is totally aroused like a mug. So I mean, yeah, that's even better.
I liked it. Don't try to make me feel ashamed. It's true, I acted rashly. That sofa didn't have a name, but I called her Ashley. If I was the VP,
Oh my god, you totally wear fucking eyeliner, homie.
I'd be working with Iran or China, but you know that I'd be thinking of that artificial.
Oh my Jeebus, Christ, I
I
can't
think the
believe this is a thing.
A better line if I was VP. All that furniture in the Oval Office would be sticky.
It definitely would be sticky for sure. Everybody go to Deep State Annex and subscribe if you're not. I can't believe this is a couch that exists.
Artificial couch vagina. It got my nostrils.
I was gonna say it looks like a
from
bunch
that
of
outfit.
vaginas.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say it looks like a bunch of vaginas.
No, it totally does. Exactly, Commander. For sure. It does look like a crap ton of vaginas.
My lazy boy will be pumping as the ottoman is sliding and jumping. That feels so strong, those shirts tight, making love to a love seat feels so right. I fucked the couch and I liked it. I liked it.
Basically saying.
Okay, we don't need to hear.
And this is the thing with Trump. Trump has picked him as his vice president. And after November, he's just going to disappear into fucking oblivion as just a fucking joke person.
Yeah, of course. No, totally.
Don't get
Nobody's gonna
involved
know who
with
he
Trump.
is.
He's gonna fuck you up.
And in a year, he's gonna be one of those trivia questions. Who was JD Vance? What? Who? I've never heard. I don't know who you're
A
talking
dumb
about.
cunt who fucked a couch, and we're gonna forget he ever ran for VP, and it will just be a dumb cunt who fucked a couch.
Exactly.
Well, that'll be the answers. It'll be A, B, C, D. Who was JD Vance? Trump's pick for vice president. He wrote a book about hillbillies trashing his own heritage he bragged about. Did he do this? And D, he gave a couch AIDS. Everyone will go D.
Yes. And he was into dolphin porn. But anyways.
The smell of cigarettes on the fabric.
All right, there we go, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. We're gonna start getting the fuck out of here because it's been a long day for me.
Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. Canada, DSA. I have multiple videos of Karens and Sobsits and Floridas getting old Sparky.
Nice.
Yes,
We
old
love
Sparky.
Yes. All right, awesome.
Deep
Sweet.
injection. I thought Sparky classed as barbaric.
Barbaric, yeah, totally. Anyways.
No, it's new Sparky actually, not old Spark.
Oh,
old Sparky is the chair.
Yeah, you're talking about
new is the taser version. So, anyways, tomorrow is Drunken News Report. We have a bunch of crazy, insane, fun news articles to go over. Besides the 6 that I have posted, I have a handful of other ones that are happening. Like, did you know that the largest iceberg in the world has been spinning around itself 15 degrees per hour? I bet you didn't, but now you know. And if you want to know more about that, we'll see you tomorrow for Drunk News. All right. So thank you very much for being here. Please like the stream. If you don't mind, watch it again. You can do it on another device, on mute. If you don't want to hear our dumbasses again, please share if you don't mind. And once we have ended the stream, please go into the comments and comment anything. A robot face, a anything, just anything you can think of. Go ahead and post it, or just put anything. It doesn't matter. It just helps with the algorithms, and we're slowly getting to. Yes, and we're slowly getting to 800 subs. I think that's where we're getting to. Yeah, we're 8. So eventually we will do an 800 subs special, which probably happen in 6 months, but we're slowly getting there. Yeah. So if you make sure your subs.
I did hear that somebody needs a YouTube account, and when they get a YouTube account, there'll be a sub as well. So I'm gonna say hi to everybody's mom. There's another mom, but there's also everybody's mom. That's at least that's how Stop the Stupidity calls them. So
yes, and so thank you very much for watching, Mama, and any mama, but yes, you know who we're talking about now.
All the mamas.
Thank you.
We love all the mamas.
Yes, so thank you very much. We can get the fuck out of here because, yes, I am fading fast. So here we blow. Thank you very much for being here. We'll see you all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye.